I'm currently working on a few articles for a large freelancing marketplace. You've probably heard of it. And it sent me on a trip down memory lane. So today I wanted to outline how I earned my first dollar online, my first 1,000, and how it differs from how I earn money today. My goal is to outline an authentic roadmap for you to follow to start earning money online as a writer. Even if you're a student, parent, have a full-time job, or just don't feel like you have as much time as you'd like. Let's get into it. Funnily enough, earning my first dollar online had nothing to do with writing, but it opened up the door for me to earn my first $1,000 as a writer and eventually moving to writing full-time. During the boom of e-commerce, I tried my hand at drop shipping. After months of website design and hundreds of dollars of Facebook ads, I eventually made my one and only sale. But with dwindling funds, I started writing blog posts as a cheap way to promote my products. And I realized almost immediately that writing was all I wanted to do. So I created a Fiverr account and worked as a freelancer for the next 2 years alongside various part-time and full-time jobs. It was through this process that I learned what problems people need solving and how much they were willing to pay to have them solved. Eventually, after feeling burnt out with the constant hustle of working while responding to messages and taking on gigs at all hours, I stumbled upon Medium after watching a YouTube video by Tom Kukler. I created an account and despite not earning much money initially, stopped taking on freelance clients altogether. It was a much better fit for me, mainly because I have a really hard time being told what to do. On the surface, working as a freelancer seems like an awesome way to work for yourself, but personally, it just felt like I was hiring multiple bosses to, well, boss me around. So I continued writing on Medium and slowly learned the ins and outs of the platform. In 2020, I landed a work from home job, and that's where things really started to take off. With the ability to set my own schedule and lots of downtime, I was able to invest more energy into my Medium articles. And I began to get the hang of how to actually earn money on the platform. In addition, my job involved appearing on camera in front of hundreds of people, which was a big fear of mine. And overcoming this fear would serve me greatly when I eventually launched this channel. As my Medium earnings began to scale, the idea of working for myself without having to take on clients began to materialize. And when I began to consistently earn over $1,000 per month on Medium, I started to plan my exit strategy. In the spring of 2022, I took an undefined leave of absence to test out working for myself. Fortunately and unfortunately, during that time, the company I was working for went bankrupt, and it turns out I didn't have a job to return to. Luckily, I had enough savings to get me past that unstable period. During that time, I tried just about every writing platform there is. And up until pretty much last year, it's been a process of throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. If I were to go back in time, I would have changed just about everything about my strategy. But it led me to where I am today, which I'm thankful for. So in hindsight, I can't say I regret it. But if I were to know then what I know today, I could have expedited my journey into about a quarter of the time. Today, in addition to writing on Medium and making videos on this channel, I support other writers who are at the beginning stages of their journey through my Substack newsletter and DM coaching. I've also made some digital products, and in the past year have began to consistently work with sponsors both on Medium and here on YouTube, topping up my income with affiliate commissions and tips from generous subscribers. The biggest turning point for me has been to cater my content to addressing the needs of my readers and viewers, as opposed to just writing about topics I was interested in. And the tangible habits that have helped me monetize this new audience have been to track my earnings, calculate my time investment, and to set aside time for the painfully boring stuff like assessing metrics, outsourcing work I don't need to be doing, or looking for new tools to help expedite my schedule. I'm sharing all this because I feel as though I've only now unveiled how people actually make money online. And I feel as though I can provide my best advice when it's fresh in my mind. In the past, making money online was incredibly confusing for me, which I can imagine is how at least a portion of you might be feeling. The truth is, there are endless ways to make money as a writer, but it takes time to decide which path is right for you. So if I were to outline an all-encompassing roadmap for you to find your footing as a writer, here are the basic steps. First, start writing as a hobby. In that time, don't worry about money. Instead, focus on building the habit of writing. You can start with journaling, move to writing articles and never post them, and then eventually start posting them online. Then start moving to part-time. Treat it as a side hustle, but start writing down tangible income goals. Personally, everything changed when I started writing down my ideas in my Notion note-taking app. Writing can become all-encompassing, so it's really important to have a place to house your ideas. I've created a complete writing dashboard catered specifically to writers, which you can download in the description of this video. Once you start consistently hitting those part-time income goals, it's time to start planning your strategy to move into full-time. I recommend calculating your cost of living for a minimum of 6 months. This will give you enough time to transition into writing full-time without being suffocated by the squeeze of impending finances. Then at a certain point, you'll have to take a leap of faith. There will never be a perfect time to quit your job and pursue writing full-time. So the best thing you can do is pad your fall and then commit to a leap of faith. If you don't do this, you may never take that step, which will ultimately hurt you more than trying and possibly failing. And most importantly, don't be afraid to ask for help. This was the biggest blunder I made and caused me to spend way too much time trying to figure things out on my own. Ask for help, network with other writers who are at your level, and if you have the money, investing in learning is one of the best things you can do. If you're looking for some guidance without spending a lot of money, you are cordially invited to join my writing community, Writers Hub, either as a free or paid subscriber. I dedicate Thursdays and Fridays of every week to chatting with paid subscribers via the DMs. So if you would like some general support or feedback on your writing, send me a message and I'll help you out however I can. I'll add the link to the pinned comment. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.